One of the hottest industries in Seattle is making products that are best consumed at about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, craft beer. It's safe to say we, Seattle, are in a renaissance.
We're living the golden age of beer right now.
And the geniuses cooking up the recipes could be in the garage across the street. So many small breweries have opened in the last few years. Seattle sits near the very top of America's craft beer cities, about 2 kegs behind Portland.
When we started Pike in 1989, there were a few craft breweries, maybe 80 craft breweries in America. Almost no percent of the total market for beer in America, to now here in Washington and in Oregon, about 40% of the market for beer. So those people that might have said, you're crazy, or this is a fad, or people really don't want this expensive beer, or beer that has flavor and taste, obviously have been proven pretty wrong.
Making beer sounds so simple.
Malt, water, hops, yeast.
At least simple when he says it.
Malt, water, hops, yeast.
Reuben's is in Ballard, and they are not alone. 9 other craft brew houses are within walking distance, or pedaling distance if you want to party.
Manny's was probably the first American craft beer that I'd had. Sort of started me on this journey. If I had never moved to the US, we would never have opened a brewery. It was sort of the thing that sort of opened your eyes to what beer could be. I was essentially a home brewer to start with and had no commercial brewing experience. The industry is definitely unique. So I built the recipe off of what I thought it should taste like, tasted it, adjusted, and then entered it into competitions, got feedback.
Reuben's consistently makes award-winning beers, and when they open at 3 in the afternoon, people already are waiting to sample first prize.
We have a parsnip farmhouse ale, a buckwheat pale using buckwheat grown in eastern Washington. We have gone as far as doing oysters, dried, powderized, unripened mango, porcini porter. I'm going to be doing a Belgian ale with smoked palm sugar. You can see, look at that beautiful color.
There's craft beer, and then there's epic craft beer.
Is done with beets, which is really fun. It's called Beet Down.
Cody Morris is a mad scientist who is pushing the boundaries on craft beer making and having a blast every step of the way.
I am doing a relatively industrial process, but at the end of the day, I'm still relying on a bunch of tiny microscopic animals to do my bidding, and they are much more like cats than dogs. That still needs time.
Epic Ale and Soto is partnered with Gastropod, a pub taking the same wild, fresh approach to its food.
You know, it's kind of going back to what beer once was, which was more of a culinary thing.
Enjoy.
Of course, craft beer making and drinking is a man's world.
Oh my gosh. Yay. 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 Yay.
Well, it used to be a man's world.
We're not afraid of it smacking you in the face. It's a real well-balanced, full-flavored beer that goes really well with food. We are all-woman founded, built, owned, and operated, and brewed, and we're really proud of that, and we're putting out some really good product. We're changing the neighborhood one beer at a time.
Actually, women not only are flocking to the local taps, they are some of the brightest new brewers. Craft brewing is not big business, and that's just the way the brewers want to keep it.
I did it in the first place because I love beer.
For us, if we ever got too big, we would lose what made us good to start with.
I see the market kind of fragmenting smaller and smaller and smaller and more individualized for each neighborhood.
But craft beer is making a real impact when it comes to the local economy.
An economic impact of over $1 billion. There are around 250-ish breweries that are currently producing, around 13,000 full-time employees, and the average wage is at least $33,000. Craft beer drinking has a lot of market share that it can grow into. Got to keep making good quality beer though, that's the recipe.
We're
big on things that are sustainable, that last. We're into supporting local economies. The same things that made REI a great company and made Starbucks what it is, and have spawned so many other great kind of creative endeavors. Whatever it is, maybe it's something in the water, but whatever it is, I think craft beer fits right into our Cascadian sensibilities.
When you look at the bottom line, craft breweries not only are defining Seattle as a city, they really are defining local neighborhoods and making them a more attractive place to live.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.